What's up, everybody? Tim Anderson here, aka Renfell, also known as the Bearded Dwarven Princess. Welcome back to another episode in the LOTRO Tourism series, as we explore locations from the Lord of the Rings books and The Hobbit as well in the Lord of the Rings online MMORPG, which is my favorite MMORPG of all time. There's a lot to see and do in this game, and it's a big place that is still unfolding as the game continues on. It's been out for quite some time now, at 15 years. I think they celebrated earlier this year, and there's a lot of content to explore. You can see the entirety of Middle-earth as it was explored in the Lord of the Rings books, and that's one of the reasons we're doing this series, to show people the places and locales, points of interest, and so on and throughout. When we started this journey, we were in the Shire, and we made our way from the Shire. Go back to Eriador here. We started in the Shire in Mickledelvy, made our way to Hobbiton, visited the hill, worked our way down through Bywater, over to Breeland, and then to Buckland. And from Buckland, we went into the Old Forest, then to the Barrow Downs, met up with Tom Bombadil, headed to the Prancing Pony in Bree, then through the Midwater Marsh to the Lone Lands, and eventually to Weathertop. From there, we headed east to the Last Bridge and the Trollshaws, where we visited such locations as the Stone Troll's Glade, the Gates of Ilmaris, the Fords of Brennan, and eventually made our way to Rivendell. From there, we worked our way up into the Misty Mountains, went into the Goblin Kingdom itself, the Goblin Town, found Gollum's Cave. Then we worked our way down from the Misty Mountains to Eragon, and we worked our way through Eragon to the Gates of Moria, and ended up in Moria, which is where we are at today. Now, Moria is a big place, and a lot of what they did with Moria is sort of expanding upon existing lore and sort of filling in the gaps. This is an adaptation, after all, and so they have taken a lot of creative liberties. That being said, there are some locations in here that are true to the book, and we're going to explore those destinations today, explore some of those places, as we work our way from here through Moria out to the Dimrill Dale. Now, if this is your first time tuning in, this is the point of the video where I say like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so that you never miss an update, and don't forget to support the channel in any way you can, starting with memberships. There are 3 different tiers. You can click down below if you want to do a super thanks after the fact as well, and if you see me live or during a premiere, you can do super chats and stickers. And don't forget the Patreon page, where my wife and my brother and I have our own video game and fantasy world. In the meantime, we started off at the door here, coming right in out of the outside, and we're going to be heading in deeper, and I think we're going to go from here. We'll go straight to the 21st Hall, and from there, actually, let's see here, where is, I always forget where it's located because I haven't done this in a while. Off the 21st Hall, there's some stuff we want to see here. Well, we'll worry about it when we get there, because there's some stuff we want to take a look at. Durin's Way. North Arch. Here it is, the Chamber of Mazerbool. That's what we were looking for. I knew it was over there somewhere.
Welcome to Khazad-dûm.
Now, for those of you who like a good view, we're going to be riding through Moria here to take a good look at the caverns. Also give you a look at some of the architecture. So we're starting to come up on the first settlement that you'll see when you get into Moria. And this is going to be kind of the architecture style that you're going to expect to see, which they took a lot of creative liberties from the films for the visuals here. The Dolven view. Now from here we actually want to ride to the 21st Hall.
These halls will be great once more.
Which we will swift travel for, so that we don't have to spend all day doing slow travels. And from here, we're going to visit the first location, on our destination, which is the Tomb of Balin. Now, Moria is a big place. If you've never played through this expansion, it was the first expansion for Lord of the Rings Online, and it was one of the first expansions I've ever played that was set entirely underground. And we spent months and months underground. Oh, can I go through here into the chamber? It says already in use. Okay. I was having a panic moment there, but apparently it was just taking the server a minute to recognize that I wanted to open up the door. So this is the Chamber of Khazad-dûm, and this is where we find the Tomb of Balin, which if we go over here, right there, just like in the books, you can see the Tomb of Balin. This is the Chamber of Khazad-dûm. It says here that the Chamber of Khazad-dûm is also known as the Chamber of Records, wherein is the Tomb of Balin. It says, when the Fellowship of the Ring arrived at the Chamber of Khazad-dûm in 3rd Age 3019, it was long unused. Littered about the floor of the chamber were many bones, papers, skeletons, and weapons, such as orc scimitars. There were recesses carved into the walls filled with broken chests of wood. Beside one of them was a badly damaged book called the Book of Khazad-dûm, with the records of the dwarves' colonization and attempt of defense found within. Very cool. So we can actually take a look around here. I think the book at this point is gone because I've already done the quest lines, but you actually do come across the book, and there's some quest lines in here. But I just love the fact that you can actually come in here and visit Balin's tomb as one of the many sites that you can see in the Lord of the Rings Online. Now from here, there's a couple of places we want to visit next. One of which is going to absolutely be the Bridge of Khazad-dûm, which is very important. But there's also, I have to remember where it's at because I haven't been down here in a while. I think it's the Foundations of Stone. Yeah, it's the Bridge Shard. We're gonna go take a look at this. So you can see on the map, it's drawn in a very interesting way. You see this shard right here? That's the Shard of Khazad-dûm, which fell when Gandalf cracked the bridge and he and the Balrog fell down into the depths of Moria. This is the giant lake where they fell. And there is a spiral staircase which they climbed up and then emerged into the top of the mountain, and he smote the Balrog down upon the side of the mountain and fell unconscious. But you can absolutely visit this. Let's go take a look at that. It's been a while since I've been down there, so let's make our way. Now, as we go down in here, we might even be able to get a glimpse of the stairs that Gandalf and... yeah, that right there. If you look at that with like the pillars, with like the crystal lanterns going up, that's like the stone pinnacle, as I recall. Right here, yeah, it's that tower right there. That's the tower they climb up. Does it have a name? The Endless Stair. It does have a name. Now let's go see if we can get a glimpse of the shard of the bridge in the water. I'm not gonna swim all the way out there because that would take forever because there's no swim speed in this game, and it'll take a hot minute. We're not gonna do that. But somewhere in here you can actually see the shard that fell down. There's that tower. If you want a better look at it, you can right there with the Endless Stair going up. So somewhere out in here, there it is right there. So you can see that out in the center there. That's the shard of the bridge that fell down. when Gandalf and the Balrog fell down. So this is just a cool lore perspective because you can come down here. There's actually a quest. If you do the epic book quest, there's a quest where you have to come down. I think you find Gandalf's cloak and his hat as proof, and you bring that back, and then you eventually go up the stairs and find the last remnant at the top of the Endless Stair. So there's that one. Now from here we can go back to Shadowed Refuge, sorry. I think the quickest thing... What's up, Lucas? Sorry, am I talking and not letting you sleep? I'll be done recording in a minute. He's a little cranky. He wants to go to sleep, and I'm over here like blah 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 blah.
The Lords of Moria have returned.
We can go to the first hall, I think. It's probably quickest. Now there are other places, if you're really wanting to do a deep dive into the lore of the game, there are other places you can explore within Moria, but as with most of these episodes, I just try to do the main highlights, which are easily recognized places, so that people could then, at their leisure, go take a look at stuff and explore in greater detail. Alright, so ahead of us is the Bridge of Khazad-dûm, leading back into the second hall, which, by the way, has some amazing architecture. We may have to fight something here on the way across. We're not going to be able to go across, though, because we're going to get out here, and there's the edge of the bridge. And if I can pan my camera out, it's about as far as I can go. You can get... That's a really good screenshot, boy. Let's you could take the camera out even further. But in any case, this is the Bridge of Khazad-dûm, and that's leading into the second hall. And then behind us, we're gonna head out into the Dimral Vale, which is where they emerged after they escaped from Moria. And then from there, the next episode will be going to Lothlorien. And there's a lot to explore in Lothlorien as well, but that's next week's episode. We're not done with this week's episode yet. I'm spoiling what's ahead for everybody. So we're going to get out of here from the first hall. And again, some of this, they took inspiration from Peter Jackson's films for the visuals. But a lot of other stuff is just their own, and I think they've done an excellent job. Moria is, many people consider the Moria expansion to be one of the best expansions for an MMORPG of all time. It really is good. That music. A little bit of Ashnaz, black speech going on. By the way, if you do this the way it's meant to be played, you'll spend 4 to 6 months in Moria underground, and by the time you finally make it out into the sunlight again, it's like you feel such relief to finally be like, oh my god, I can see the sky again. It does happen to be nighttime as we're emerging into Nan Udhirion. Stars are above us. We can work our way down here to the edge of the Mirror over here. That is another great location for those of you who want to dive into the lore a little bit here. And here we have the Mirror itself, another important lore component. In any case, hopefully you enjoyed today's episode going through a little bit of Moria. Moria is a massive, it's hard to, we've gone to different locations in previous episodes. Moria is a big place, and it is an entire expansion. However, because a lot of what they did is sort of, like I said at the beginning of the video, taking taking influences, but they're filling in the gaps, so to speak. So a lot of the stuff that's in Moria is, you know, creative liberties were taken, and so there's not a lot necessarily that I want to spoil for everybody. You know, I can show you a few of the waypoints, but I would really love for everybody to just come play the game, come explore it for yourself, because Moria is a great expansion. I would highly recommend, you can come do all the book quests and everything else, but play this game with friends. Bring 4 or 5 of your friends along. Do it as a fellowship. You can have up to 6 people in your fellowship, and Moria is one of the best expansions for dungeons. And there's just some really cool stuff to explore. So hopefully we'll see you in game at some point. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you never miss an update in this series. Thanks to those of you who are supporting as members. Don't forget that you too can support by joining as a member of the Adventurers Guild down there. There's 3 different tiers. You can also do a super thanks on this video, do super chats and stickers on live streams, and join our Patreon page as well to stay up to date with our own fantasy world, fantasy game, and our book series. So stay tuned, everybody. Until next time, happy hunting, enjoy Middle Earth. See you next time, everybody.